And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the USC Aiken Convocation Center for Peach Belt Basketball, featuring the visiting Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes and your USC Aiken Pacers. I'm Marcus Johnson. Joined alongside me is Jordan Phillips. Thank you for joining us as the horn blares nice and loud. I'd have to adjust the volume a little bit. But Jordan, welcome back. Been a while.
It has been a while. I'm excited to be back here, and it should be a good game to get things started for my broadcasting rebirth.
We got to get you warmed up again, and this is a good matchup to do so. Looking at the starting lineups, a little bit different on the USC Aiken side of things, but we'll give you the Georgia Southwestern lineup first. Starting out there, the starting five for the Hurricanes: number 2, Devin Higgs; number 10, Noah Lewis; number 21, Caitlin Whitney; number 23, Dante Tatum; and number 24, Barish Ulker. On the Pacers side of things, Latravian Black, number 1, getting the start. Jalen McCoy out there as well, number 12. Number 23, Anyuri Castillo. Number 24, Tyler Johnson. And Donovan Hairston, number 30, also getting the start. And he had an impressive game in the unfortunate loss to Flagler, where he had gotten into foul trouble very early, came out and played pretty much the entire second half without a foul.
And that takes discipline. You gotta really tighten things up if you get into that foul trouble early.
Pacers with the ball to start things off. Jalen McCoy holding it around. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass into Black. Black goes for the shot. That one is rejected by Ulker. Hurricanes come away with it on the other side. And another story on Latravian Black. 20 rebounds in the game against the Flagler Saints, which is 2 shy of the school record set by Mark Matthews in the D2 era. Hurricanes trying to get in there. Ball stolen away by Hairston. Hairston trying to move it down quickly as he can. Gets the ball knocked out of his hand. Picking it up as McCoy, rejected on the try, but they will call out a basket on goaltending. The Pacers strike first on the goaltending call at 2-0 USC Aiken.
It looked pretty, but that ball was coming down. Can't do that one.
Just barely by maybe a fraction of a second. And a little miscommunication there as Ulker rockets one out of bounds. He thought he had a man charging in hard towards the basket. Instead, he just found dead air. Full court press here by the Hurricanes as the Pacers pass it around. Hairston bounces it in for Johnson. Johnson gets it right back to Hairston, who gives it into Castillo. All alone, taps it off the glass and in.
Full court press defense there in the half court, and they collapse down to that 3-2 zone.
Ulker looking for an open man. He'll just hand it on off to his teammate Devin Higgs. Kicks it over to Lewis, who hands it on off. Now trying to work his way is Whitley. He's checked hard. Back on over to Higgs. Higgs looking for a shot, and Higgs drains one for 2.
Sweet floater there from Higgs over the defense.
Hairston will bring it up. He's watched closely by Whitley. Harry with an open Castillo. Now Castillo moves on in, and he'll give it to McCoy. Black takes the pass. Black looking for an open lane. Passes it out for Hairston, but that ends up in the Hurricane bench, and it'll be a turnover on the Pacers. Bringing it on up is Whitley. His pass is broken up. Recovered, though, by Tatum. Back on out to Whitley. And now it's in the far corner where Higgs looks to do something with it. Ulker charging on in. Little nifty pass, but a foul called. Offensive foul. Ball will go to the Pacers.
Nice heads-up play there by Jalen McCoy, getting his feet set, drawing that foul. And that sends it right back to the Pacers.
And Ulker getting tabbed for the foul after a nice little passing play there. All for naught, though, as the Pacers come away with a turnover. Hairston and Castillo will move it on up. Hairston hands it off to Castillo, who in turn hands it off to McCoy. Bounce pass in for Johnson. Johnson, awkward angle shot, couldn't get it to go. Rebound picked up by the Hurricanes as they bring it on down. Whitley looks for an open lane, pulls it back, and goes to Ulker. Ulker giving it on over to Tatum. Tatum drives into the basket, a little bit of an elbow, and that's going to be a charging foul on Dante Tatum. So another offensive foul results in a turnover for the Hurricanes.
Pacers doing a good job so far getting their feet set down low. We'll see if that maybe switches up the way the Hurricanes are approaching things, takes away some of their aggression down low.
The Pacers again with the ball. Hairston and Castillo flanking each other. McCoy takes the pass. Now he gives it to Castillo. Traven Black with it to Johnson. Johnson at the NCAA marker bounces it into Castillo. Jumper, looking for two, not going to get it, but Castillo picks his own rebound up, though, and a fresh 20-second shot clock for the Pacers.
First lesson in any Little League game, follow your shot.
Johnson looking for three. That one off the rim, no good. And Kalen Whitney with the rebound for Georgia Southwestern. Up for Ulker. Ulker fakes a pass. He's checked by Castillo. All the way over to Whitley. Whitley, backwards pass back to Ulker. Nice moves, bounced under the basket and in. Dante Tatum picking up a clean pass from Ulker and bouncing it in off the glass to tie this one up at 4.
Smooth play there by Tatum. Interesting defensive set the Hurricanes are going with. They've got one man pressing, and they've done so pretty much every play so far this game.
Well, one of the things it's definitely doing is it's keeping Castillo from setting up underneath the basket, one of his dangerous spots, as he needs to stay back and flank Hairston. No look pass to Black. Black gives it to Johnson. Johnson makes a little step, gives it to Castillo. Castillo looking for three. That one will come up short. Rebound picked on up by Higgs. Devin Higgs will move it up himself. Higgs with a bounce pass near the paint. Lewis tries to get a shot off. He does, and a foul called on the play. And Traven Black will get called for the foul. And we'll see Noah Lewis go to the line to shoot two, but not before we go to our first media timeout. 15:54 to go in the first half. It is 4-4, all tied up. And we'll get right back to it out of the first media timeout. A little under 16 to play, and it's all tied up, pending the ensuing free throws from Noah Lewis. First free throw, no good, off the back of the rim. Score remains unchanged. Second try also no good. Coming down with the rebound, Jalen McCoy. So the score stays tied, and the Pacers have a chance to get their lead back.
The coach not going to be happy about that one.
3 points left on the floor, as some of them say. Black trying to make a spin move, puts a shot up off the backboard and in for two.
Good shot off the rim there from Black. Nice touch off the glass.
Hurricanes trying to move into the basket. Good little sidestep there from Tatum. Not good enough, though, as the Pacers' defense holds true, and Black moves it up to Hairston.
Huge sequence there by Black, getting that shot there off the glass and then the rejection down low to give it back to the Pacers.
Hairston looking for an open lane, pulls it back. Now he'll just try for three, and Hairston drains a three. Well, when you can't find an open man, why not score three? Hurricanes back on the attack. Whitley passes on over to Higgs. Higgs looking for an open man now. He gives it to Ulker. Ulker Bounce pass in for Lewis, back to Ulker. Ulker driving in towards the basket, pulls back, puts a shot up. No good, rebound batted around in the air, and Black coming down with it. Another rebound for Black, looking to get that school record. Coach Corey Hendren before the game as a score by Yuri Castillo drawing the foul, trying to tell a little story, but Castillo keeps me from doing so with the hoop and the harm. Substitutions happening now. No subs for USC Aiken, though. They'll keep everybody out there. As I was saying, Coach Corey Hendren talking before the game said, I need to go tell Latravian Black that he needs to get 23. He needs to get 23 rebounds today. So we'll see if he actually does that as Castillo completes the three-point play. And the score now 12-4 in favor of the Pacers.
You got to get better every week, you know.
Hard pass on out to Higgs. Higgs gets a pass into the paint to Ulker. Ulker looking to get around Black. He can't, so he'll pass it back out to Higgs. Higgs can't control it, and the ball rolls past the midway section. And it'll be a backcourt violation. USC Aiken taking over again on another miscue.
Hurricanes just playing out of sync so far to start off the game. They can't seem to get a rhythm going. And a lot of that credit goes to the Pacers defense. They're playing really solid defense at the rim.
Hairston with the ball again, getting it set up to Johnson. Johnson gives it all the way back to Hairston after a little passing around. McCoy takes it. McCoy looking for three. And Jalen McCoy with the three-point basket. Pacers need to keep their foot on the gas this time. They look like they're doing that as Georgia Southwestern moves in for a shot after it bounces around a little bit. Devin Higgs gets it to go in for a pair of points. Hairston again with the ball, bringing it up for the Pacers. Hairston looking around. Tries to get it into Black. It's batted away. Black comes up with it, still with it, and now we'll get the jump ball call, as he was surrounded by several of the Hurricane defenders. So Hurricanes will take over on the jump ball call.
Zero quit Latravian Black, though, man. He's fighting for everything out there.
And now Gus Rowland will check into the game for Hairston. Hurricanes moving it on up. Whitley passes off to Tatum. Tatum charging in towards the basket, puts his shot up. That one didn't go, and the Pacers come down with it. McCoy, pass intercepted on its way up. Jarrett Adderton takes over the ball and takes over possession. Adderton gives it to Whitley. Ulker with it. Hands it back off to Tatum. Tatum kicks it on out to Whitley. Whitley looking for three. Rebound, batted, and taken away by Johnson. Up to Castillo, and Castillo draws the foul. Kalen Whitney getting called for the foul. Pacers will keep possession. Devontae Oliver coming on. McCoy will step off for USC Aiken. Johnson to Oliver. Now Rowland takes over. Rowland taking his time. Gives it back to Oliver. All the way across to Johnson to Rowland. Oliver taking over again. Back to Johnson. Johnson looking for three. And Johnson gets the three-pointer. Tyler Johnson. Hurricanes back on the offensive. Whitley trying to move in. But another turnover, another miscue by the Hurricanes. And the Pacers, again, the beneficiaries. Terry Horn checking into the game for USC Aiken as Rowland brings it up. Castillo takes the pass. Now Rowland gets it again. Horn coming around from the far corner to get it. And a foul called on the passing play. We'll see who gets called. Devin Higgs getting called for the foul. And we have another media timeout coming up. 11:56 to go in the first half. USC Aiken leading this one 18-6 over the Hurricanes. And the teams come out of their respective corners. We'll get back to the basketball action. Marcus Johnson again alongside Jordan Phillips. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. It is Saturday, right?
You could have fooled me.
Pacers with the ball out of the timeout after the foul. Long pass on in for Rowland. Bounces it in for Latravian Black. Black tries to make some space, get in towards the basket, and a whistle will blow the play dead.
Tough defense there from the Hurricanes, but got a little bit of the wrist on that shot attempt.
The Pacers will keep the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Castillo takes the inbound pass, tries to get the ball passed out, but it's stolen away by Adderton. Adderton brings it down himself. Whitley passes it into the corner to Jordan Furlow. Now it's back over to Adderton. Adderton looking for two. Bounces around and picked off out of the air by Castillo on the rebound. Rowland, no-look pass to Castillo. Castillo has his pocket picked. Hurricanes back the other way. Charging in is Whitley. Whitley has some trouble with it. Rebound picked up by Higgs. Higgs, now he'll charge in hard, draws the foul. And it looks like this one's going to be on Yuri Castillo. And now Castillo will sub out for Jacoby Pearson. Hurricanes will have the ball. Foul occurred on the floor, so no free throw tries just yet. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Whitley takes a quick shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Terry Horn. Horn bringing it up. And as he passes the ball, a foul will be called. Looks like an offensive foul against Black. Got his elbow out. That's enough for the officials.
Yeah, they're gonna pull him out of the game. He's getting in a little trouble early. It's his second foul so far in the first 10 minutes.
You see Darius Bell take over for Black. And Hurricanes move it up. CJ Hood with the ball. Hood looks for an open man. He finds it in Whitley. Bounce pass under the basket. Kick back out at the three-point arc. Whitley looking for three. Around the rim. No good. Rebound picked up by Pearson. Pearson moving up quickly. Pass it back out for Oliver. Oliver with all the time in the world. Couldn't get it to go. Higgs picks up the rebound. Higgs bounces it on in. Gets Bell to jump and whistle on the shot.
That's going to end a long scoring drought for the Hurricanes.
A hoop and a harm there for the Hurricanes as Dante Tatum will head to the line for the three-point play. And the shot is short. Pearson picks up the rebound.
Free throws continue to be a problem for the Hurricanes. 0 for 3 now on the day.
Rolling with a pass to Horn. Horn with a little spin move, gives it off to Rowland. Rowland pulls back a little bit, lets the team set up. Tries to spin around and ends up losing the ball. And Hurricanes pick it up on the floor. Whitley gets the pass on into Tatum. Tatum's shot couldn't go, and Pearson right there to pick up the rebound. Pearson pulls back, moves into the paint, charging towards the basket. Shot is up, no good, but a foul called on the play.
The foul was on number 5 of the Hurricanes, C.J. Hood.
C.J. Hood getting called for the foul. And we'll see Pearson go to the charity stripe for a pair of tosses. 18-8 is your score with 9:45 to go in the first half. Pearson looking to add on to the lead. And first shot no good. Score stays unchanged. Second try off the back of the rim, also no good, and the Hurricanes take over. Out to Higgs, who gives it off to Hood. Hood's pass is batted away, ends up out of bounds. It'll stay in the Hurricanes' possession, however.
Pacer defenders continue to be all over the Hurricanes so far. DeMontez Oliver, good defensive play there.
Not opening up a lot of lanes. Long pass out to the far corner. Hood picks it up, moves in, tries for two. That one no good, and Pearson gets the rebound. Almost loses it, ends up losing it, but it's knocked out of bounds as Dante Tatum tried to corral it.
Got to respect the effort there.
Rowland having some trouble getting the ball forward. Now Oliver gets it to Pearson. Pearson going for a shot off the rim. No good, and the rebound scooped up by Olker. Olker gets the ball back again. Moves into the paint. Almost loses the ball. Kicks it back out for Hood. Hood thought about three, ends up passing it off instead, and now Whitley will let things set up. Whitley moving on in, and Whitley loses possession of the ball. Rowland taking it away. Gus Rowland moves up, gets it out to Horn. Horn from the far corner for three. No good. Oliver picks up the rebound, though. Back out to Horn. Horn gets it to Rowland. Rowland for a deep three try. Off the backboard, around the rim, and no good. Higgs moving in on his own. Puts a shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, tries again, and again it wouldn't go. Darius Bell right there under the basket to pick up the loose ball.
Yeah, that's the story of the game so far. The Pacers playing excellent defense underneath the rim tonight.
And Pearson trying to get the ball in there. No good again. Devin Higgs this time picks up the rebound. Tatum in towards the basket, draws the foul on the shot. Shot no good, so he will go to the line for two.
Fouls on the Pacers, DeMontez Oliver, his first, the team's fifth.
Fifth foul of the half for the Pacers. Oliver gets called for it. So Tatum at the line. And his first try is short. Lead stays 10 for the Pacers as they make some substitutions. Quincy Canty and Tyler Johnson back out there. Jordan Furlow back out there for the Hurricanes as well. Second try is good, and the lead cut to 9, 18-9 the score.
That's the first made free throw for the Hurricanes tonight.
Rowland with a couple of spin moves, kicks it out to Pearson. Pearson for three. That one wouldn't go. Rebound picked up by Canty, but a foul on the play. And it will be an offensive foul. I think Canty will get called for it. The Hurricanes take over. 7:57 to go, and we have another media timeout. We'll take a break. Pacers leading the Hurricanes by 9. And the break is over with. We'll get back to basketball. Pacers up 18-9 over Georgia Southwestern. Hurricanes will have the ball fresh out of the break. And a short inbound pass to Whitley. Whitley moving up. Passes it back to Ulker. Ulker looking for three. And that one off the back of the rim. Rebound, however, scooped up by Kaylin Whitney. Whitney looks for a screen, gets one. Tries to drive in towards the basket. Back out to Ulker. Back to Whitley. Whitley thinks about three, but he holds up. Trying to get around Bell. Into the paint. Passes out all the way to Furlow. Furlow back to Whitney. Whitney for three. And at the buzzer, he gets it to go for a buzzer-beating three-pointer. Pearson with the ball. Out all the way to Canty. Canty's three-point try comes up short. Rebound picked up by the Hurricanes. Tatum back the other way. Gets around Rowland. Layup shot is good. And that will draw a timeout from the Pacer bench as their lead has been cut to 4. And all of a sudden, this Georgia Southwestern team seems to have found their stride.
Well, they're on an 8-0 run right now. It was 18-6, and the Pacers seem to just be kind of falling apart offensively. They can't get a shot to fall right now, which is getting them short looks on the offense from the defensive side of the ball, and it's getting Georgia Southwestern right back in this game.
Yeah, 4-point lead now. The Pacers still in the control, but it seems like they're going to need to start applying a little more pressure offensively. Maybe not going for those threes. They've been going for a lot of three-point baskets lately, and they just have not been going.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of threes right now, like you mentioned. They're 3 for 10 so far in the game, and it's just not working out for them. They need to start getting inside, working the ball into the inside of the painted area, get some easy high-percentage looks.
And that's been one of their strong suits, is getting into the paint and getting good layups off the glass. Another full-court press here by the Hurricanes. Pacers will bring it up. Johnson tries to get a pass on off, but it's deflected out of bounds off of the hands of Jared Adderton. So Pacers will keep the ball with a 21-second shot clock.
And when the Hurricanes are playing that press defense, you have to get those outlet passes. You got to pass the ball over their heads and get inside.
And off to Johnson. Johnson to Hairston. Hairston tries to drive in, puts his shot up, and there it is, off the glass and in for two.
You know, it's not that easy, but it's just that easy, you know?
For them, it's easy. For somebody like me, it's not. Ulker with the ball. Almost has his pass picked, but Whitley takes it. Whitley moves on in, and a layup by Whitley is good. Both sides trading points now. Rowland, pass to Hairston. Hairston gets it into Bell. Bell looking for an open man. He finds it in Johnson. Johnson pulls back, looks for three. Tyler Johnson with the three-pointer.
You know, I was just about to get ready to say it was a bad shot with a hand in his face, but he made it, so.
As long as it goes in, you can call it a good shot. Although some may call it a lucky break, as Ulker looks for three with no traffic. Shot up, no good. Rebound is picked up by the Pacers, and Hairston has to get it off to Rowland. Rowland, long pass up for Johnson. Johnson from the far corner gets knocked down. Rebound picked up by Bell, and the putback is good. And a whistle will end the Pacer run as Georgia Southwestern calls the timeout. With 5:40 to go in the first half, the Pacers back up by a decent margin, 25-16. We'll take a short break and be right back. That was a short break, so right back. Noah Lewis and Devin Higgs back into the game for the Hurricanes. Pacer lineup remains the same as that deafening horn sounds once again.
And the Pacers respond to the Hurricane 8-0 run with a 7-0 run of their own.
That's a good way to wipe out some good point runs. In the game against Flagler yesterday, both teams, I believe, went on 30-10 runs. Hurricanes going with a nice layup. Dante Tatum with the 2 points. You don't usually see that too often where two teams will have 30-10 runs like that.
Basketball's a game of swings, man.
Shot by Castillo is no good as it bounced off the rim and out. Hurricanes bring it back the other way. Higgs with it. Watched closely by Hairston. He'll pass it on in to Lewis. Lewis, a little bit of a shove there, no call, and the shot is good. A 5-point game again. Johnson driving into the paint, tries to get his shot off, no good. And it will stay Pacer ball. Good defense there by the Hurricanes to keep Tyler Johnson from getting a clean layup.
Back on the court for Pacers, number 12, Jalen McCoy.
And Jalen McCoy will come back into the game. Quincy Canning will step off for USC Aiken. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Quick inbound pass, and right off the bench, Jalen McCoy flushes it down.
Going airborne and taking the easy two there.
Oh, good substitution there by Coach Mark Vanderslice. It results in a little bit of a momentum play. Higgs trying to get around Johnson, ends up drawing the foul instead. And Johnson will get called with the foul.
Yeah, you gotta get those feet set. He had the right idea, but if your feet are moving, they're gonna call you for that charge or for the blocking foul every single time.
It almost looks like a play that could have gone either way too. Yeah, as you said, had those feet been set, it would have been an easy call the other way. At the line, shooting, Devin Higgs. First shot is up, and it's good, so he'll get another. Second shot is up, and that one no good. Castillo coming down with it. And now Hairston will give it to Rowland to move up. Rowland back to Hairston. Hairston can't control it, and that's going to be taken away by Higgs. Higgs bounces it on in. No-look pass. Shot is good. Noah Lewis coming up with a layup shot, and it's another 4-point game again. Gus Rowland trying to get an open lane. Pulls back. And an offensive foul called on Rowland. Hurricanes take over.
Pacers, number 11, Gus Rowland. That's his first of the team's 8. Number 5, C.J. Hood checks back in for the Hurricanes.
C.J. Hood will step back onto the court for Georgia Southwestern. Chance to make this one a one-possession game on this offensive drive. Whitley passes it off. Higgs trying to move in. Just hands it off to Tatum. Tatum looking for three. Not going to come down with it. Rebound, bouncing around, still bouncing around, and coming away is Castillo. McCoy gives it back to Castillo. Castillo looking for three. That one just a bit short. Johnson almost knocked it back in, but the rebound is scooped up by Higgs. Whitley again with the ball. Out to the far corner. Adderton looks for an open man, giving it to Higgs. Higgs fakes his shot, moves into the paint, puts his shot up, no good. Castillo with the rebound. Rowland takes the pass. Rowland pulling back a bit. Now Rowland will try to move in, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson into the paint, and Johnson draws the foul. They're going to call C.J. Hood for the foul for Georgia Southwestern. And Tyler Johnson should go to the line for free throws. But not before we go to a break while our final media timeout of the first half. As we return from the timeout, Olker steps into the game for Georgia Southwestern, and Tyler Johnson will go to the charity stripe for a pair of tosses. Pacers leading by 4, 27-23 with 3:08 to go in the first half. And Johnson's first try is good, 28-23. Second try from Johnson, also good. 2 for 2 for this trip. And the score now 29-23. 6-point lead for USC Aiken as the Hurricanes move up. Whitley looking for some help. Passes over to Tatum. Tatum pulls back, puts his shot up, and that one no good. Rebound picked up by Georgia Southwestern, and Noah Lewis on the second attempt draws the foul.
The foul is on the Pacers, number 30 down at Hairston.
Hairston getting called for the foul, and so we will see Lewis go to the line.
Charity stripe to shoot 2, Noah Lewis.
And Lewis's first try is good, 29-24.
It's been an area of struggle for the Hurricanes so far today. They're really hoping they come away with 2 here.
And they do come away with 2, as Lewis is 2 for 2 on this trip. Pacers will bring it up the other way now. Johnson. Rowland and McCoy looking to get around this full court press. Johnson takes it as the Pacers get into the Hurricane zone. Rowland moving on in. Back on out to McCoy. McCoy gets it back out to Rowland, who had the pass tipped. Rowland to Hairston. Hairston thinks about 3, gets around a defender, kicks it out to Castillo. Castillo at the buzzer, gets it for 3.
Good shot there for Castillo. He has not been a good three-point shooter this season, so it's good to see him get that and maybe bring his confidence up a little bit out there.
With that, the Pacer lead is up to 7 again. Whitley to Olker. Back to Whitley. Whitley, not a lot of options, tries to move it in himself. 5 seconds on the shot clock as Olker takes it. Drives into the basket, puts his shot up, and he gets it to go in on the layup for 2. Long pass ahead for Johnson. Johnson moving in, tries to get the pass out to Hairston, but had it intercepted by Olker. Whitley passes into the far corner. Back under the basket to Lewis, who puts it down for 2. Pacers bringing it up. Castillo steps back, takes his shot. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. And that will be Hurricane ball as the Pacers knocked it out.
Foul is on the Pacers, number 24, Tyler Johnson.
Never mind, doesn't matter. There was a foul called on Tyler Johnson, so Hurricanes would take over regardless. 10th foul of the half. And so they'll have Tatum go to the line for 2 for the Hurricanes now. Chance to make this a 1-point game right here. First basket is good. Terry Horn will step back onto the court for USC Aiken. Johnson will step off. And both tries are good. 32-31. It's a 1-point game with $1:18 to go. Rowland with the ball. Rowland gives it over to McCoy. Out to Horn in the far corner. Horn looking for 3. Terry Horn with a big 3-point basket with a little over a minute to go. Well, they get that close. Why not drain a long 3?
Pacers need to do everything they can to keep this momentum going into halftime. They've let the Hurricanes creep back into this one.
Olker moving into the paint, puts an awkward angle shot up, no good. Rebound scooped up by Rowland. Rowland with a pass to Hairston. Hairston pulls up, looks for three. That one a little off angle. Castillo picked up the rebound, but had it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds, so it'll stay Pacer ball. 37.7 seconds on the clock, 23 seconds on the shot clock here in the first half. The Pacers can eat up a little bit of time here. Hairston looks for an opening, arcs it out to Rowland. Rowland burning a little bit of clock, moves into the basket, and they'll wave the shot off as a foul occurred on the floor. And it was going to be on Noah Lewis of the Hurricanes. The Pacers in the bonus. The Gus Rowland to the line, 1-1. And the shot no good on his first try, and a foul called immediately on the rebound. Rowland will get tabbed for it. They'll turn off the shot clock, 25.4 seconds to go in the first half.
Noah Lewis, back in the charity strike.
And the Hurricanes will send Noah Lewis to the line to shoot two here in the waning seconds. And the first try is good, 35-32. We'll see Jacoby Pearson step on for USC Aiken, taking the place of Gus Rowland. And both tries are good, a 2-point game once again.
Hurricanes really improved their free throw shooting as the half went on. That's part of the reason they're only down 2 here now.
Harrison's going to let the clock wind down a little bit, look for a last second shot. 10 seconds to go. Harrison looking for that open lane, moves in towards the basket. Really awkward shot. He almost got it to go. 2-1, long half-court shot from Olker. Doesn't go near the basket, and instead goes into the dance, or the Spirit Squad, I should say, where they're doing their routine. But the Pacers hold a 2-point lead as we go into the halftime, 35-33. We'll give it a sec. We'll go ahead and take a break. Be back a few minutes before the second half starts up with your first half stats. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about 3 minutes out from the start of the second half. Marcus Johnson alongside Jordan Phillips, thanking you for joining us. Let's go ahead and take a look at the halftime stats, starting off with the scoring leaders for Georgia Southwestern.
Yeah, so far it's a pretty impressive performance. They've battled back really well, and leading the way for them is going to be Tatum. He's got 11, and then following up on that, so Dante Tatum leading the way with 11, and then behind him you've got Noah Lewis with 10. Then tied for third is Whitley and Higgs, both with 5 apiece, and then Ulker is rounding out the pack with 2.
And also looking at things on the rebound side, Higgs working with 8 rebounds, 6 of those being defensive rebounds, so he's been a defensive presence for this Hurricane squad. On to the USC Aiken side of things is a two-way tie between Anuri Castillo and Tyler Johnson, each with 8 points apiece, but they're followed closely by Jalen McCoy, who also got one of his first starts of the year, picking up 7 points. And on the defensive side of things for the Pacers, looking at the rebound category, it's Castillo leading with 6, so he's well on his way to a possible double-double. And Pearson is right behind him, picking up 4 rebounds, all 4 of those defensive rebounds. And looking at the team stats, we'll go ahead and look and see how maybe this whole thing will play out. Well, shooting from the field, it's almost dead even. 12 of 30 for Georgia Southwestern, 13 of 33 for USC Aiken. 40% from the field for the Hurricanes, 39.4 for USC Aiken. Both teams are going to want to get those numbers up a little bit. But there's the difference maker for you. In 3-point tries, the Pacers are 6 of 17, while Georgia Southwestern 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. And looking at the rebound category, well, another even matchup there, but again, the score is only a 2-point difference. 23 rebounds for the Pacers, 20 for the Hurricanes, and the Pacers outboarding the Hurricanes in the defensive zone by only 1. It's 17-16 in that category. Well, the Pacers have held the lead for the entire time, except for a couple moments where it was tied, and the largest lead of the day was 12 points for USC Aiken, and they held the lead for over 12 minutes and 29 seconds, so they're in command of the game. It's just a matter of the Hurricanes battling back in quite often. Yeah,
I mean, and the Pacers, like, statistically, it looks a lot. It looks like the score should be a lot different right now, but the Pacers they kind of took their foot off the gas there a little bit for a while in the first half, and the Hurricanes were able to battle back. They were up 18-6 at one point, 12-point lead, and here we sit. It's 35-33, and I mean, the Hurricanes corrected a lot of their early mistakes. They were struggling from the free throw line, but they've kind of gotten that figured out, and they made 4 consecutive free throws, I believe. And I mean, they're doing things a lot smarter, and they're getting inside, which the Pacers were taking that away from them. They were really defending the rim well, and the Hurricanes have been finding a way to circumvent that so far.
And as we get ready to start the next half, the Pacers do hold that 2-point lead, 35-33. Pacers are ready to go. Hurricanes are still taking a few moments to come off of their bench. The Hurricanes will get the ball to start things off here in the second half. And there's the inbound pass. We're back underway here at the Convocation Center. Ulker with the ball, looking to get around Castillo. He gets into the paint, passes it on off. Out to the three-point arc. Ulker gets it again, looking for 3. Off the back of the rim and out. Pacers take it away. Johnson moving up quickly. Nice little hands there to keep possession, and Hairston takes over to slow things down. Castillo takes the pass, gives it to McCoy. Back to Hairston, drives in hard towards the basket, gets the ball to go, and draws the foul.
Good touch at the rim by Hairston there. Nice finger roll to get the finish.
The foul was on number 2, Devin Higgs.
And Higgs getting called for the foul, his second foul of the afternoon. And Hairston will go to the line for the 3-point play. That's a good way to start things off here in the second half of your USC Aiken. And Hairston completes it, 38-33. Hurricanes take over. Driving up is Whitley. Gives it to Ulker. Ulker looking to make something happen, and his pass ends up out of bounds off of the leg of Dante Tatum. Pacers take over. Well, it's almost a mirror image of the first half. Early on, a lot of turnovers for the Hurricanes, and that's what's happening to start off now. Johnson takes the long pass, moves into the basket. Good defensive effort there by Devin Higgs, and the Hurricanes take over. Tatum gets it out to Ulker. Ulker for three. Back of the rim, no good. Castillo with the rebound.
Pacers wanted a foul on that play. Didn't get one, but it all comes back around.
Ball rolling free, but Hairston scoops it up to prevent a turnover. Hairston takes his time, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Passes into Latraven Black. Hairston fakes his shot, moves in, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson for three, and off the rim, no good. Ulker picks up the rebound. Whitley with the ball. Hard pass quickly over to Tatum. Tatum moving on in, gets around the defenders, gets his shot off, rebound, batted outside, and it will be Hurricane ball.
Georgia Southwestern lineup is number 3, Jared Atherton.
Jarrett Adderton back into the game for Georgia Southwestern. He takes over for Ulker. Tatum arcing pass on out for Whitley. Whitley moves into the basket, takes an awkward angle shot and gets it to go after it hung on the rim for an eternity. And the Pacers back on the attack. In for Black. Black looking around for an opening. He's going to take the shot himself. That one airballed as it's taken over by the Hurricanes' Adderton.
And that's what you want to avoid if you're the Pacers. You can't have too many empty offensive possessions like that, just taking unnecessary shots.
Under the basket, shot goes up and shot goes in. Noah Lewis with the basket and drawing the foul. And he will go to the line for a chance to tie this one up at 38. Castillo getting called for the foul on the play.
Substituting for Pacers number 15, Quincy Canty.
And Quincy Canty back out on the court for the Pacers. Castillo stepping off as Lewis is at the line for the three-point play. And the three-point play is good. 38-38. We are all tied up early on here in the second half. Pacers trying to fight off the pressure. Harrison with the ball again. Harrison bounces it in for Black. Traven Black with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Black trying to make some space for himself, spins around, tries to get a shot up, does, and draws the foul. Doesn't get the basket, but he'll go to the line for a pair of tosses.
Fouls on number 10, the Hurricanes. No, Lewis.
Lewis getting called for the foul. His third foul, so he's starting to get into foul trouble now. And it looks like there's going to be a substitution for the Hurricanes. Ulker waiting to come back in. And Black sinks his first free throw. Pacers retake the lead, 39-38. And Ulker coming onto the court, as we predicted, taking the place of Noah Lewis. Second try is also good. A good 2 for 2 from the stripe on this trip as the Hurricanes take over on offense. Adderton passes it off to Higgs. Higgs in towards the basket, gets his shot off, and they're going to call a foul on the Pacers. And it looks like it's going to be Harrison for a blocking foul.
Once again, it goes back. Those feet are moving. It's going to be a blocking foul every time.
Kalen Whitley will go to the line for two. Or correction, Devin Higgs will go to the line for two. And the first shot is good. It's a one-point game.
Number 23, Anuri Castillo.
Anuri Castillo back out there for USC Aiken, taking over for Quincy Canty. And And that one no good. Pacers hold on to the lead by 1. Castillo picked up the rebound on the failed shot as Hairston brings it up. Hairston gets his pass tipped and kept in bounds, but stolen back by Castillo and rolled out of bounds off of the hands of Castillo as they knocked what used to be the scoring table completely off base.
Yeah, they've got it all completely out of whack down there.
That's one of those moments where I'm glad I'm not down there. Can't tell you how many times we've had suddenly some 6'5" man coming charging in hard. And there's a moment of panic as you wonder if this is the end.
You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder every single time.
And a moment as they attend to the floor, make sure everything's back in place. And we are good to go. 16:49 to go in the second half. Pacers leading by 1, but the Hurricanes have the ball and are moving on in. Whitley trying to get around Hairston. Hairston showing a lot of pressure here. Gets a bit of a screen from Olker. Whitley still can't find an open lane, just passes it on off. Tatum drives in, back out to Whitley. Whitley looking for 3, and Whitley gets it to go, and the Hurricanes have their first lead of the night.
It's exactly what you didn't want if you're the Pacers. They've been hanging around, but you've been able to subdue them so far. But once you get that first lead of the game, that gets it into your head that, you know, this is a very winnable game, and it's not where you want to be if you're the Pacers.
Well, USC Aiken will come down trailing for the first time in this game. Trying to at least tie this up, if not retake the lead. Johnson passes in for Castillo. Castillo back to Johnson. Out on over for McCoy. McCoy looking for 3, no good. Rebound picked up by Black. Black gets it in. Shot is good by Jalen McCoy, who cleanly gets the pass and puts the layup in to tie this one up again. That's a good way to answer right back. Olker with the ball. Nice little spin move, gets him into the paint. Passes back over for Adderton. Adderton drives in, puts his shot up. No good. Put back try, also no good. And the rebound picked up by the Pacers in Jalen McCoy. McCoy double teamed, gets his pass off, kept in bounds by Georgia Southwestern. Man is down. Back over for Johnson, who tries for 3 from the corner. No good. Scooped up by the Hurricanes as they bring it back quickly into the Pacer end. Shot up, shot good by Dante Tatum. And we finally get a whistle as Jared Adderton was a little shaken up on the play. Was able to get up under his own power, but we go to a full media timeout. Pacers down now 44-42 with 15:16 to go. Return to the action. 15:16 to go. Pacers down by 2 to the visiting Hurricanes of Georgia Southwestern. USC Aiken has the ball, however. They will bring it on up on the hands of Gus Rowland, who checks into the game. Rowland gives it to Hairston. Bounces in for Castillo. Castillo looking to get in. Puts a hook shot up. No good, however, and the Hurricanes coming away with it. Back on into the Pacers zone. Shot goes up, and shot is in. Kalen Whitley getting credited for the basket. And the Hurricanes are getting a little bit of room to work now. Pacers working around in the offensive zone. McCoy driving into the basket, and McCoy gets it in on the layup.
That's exactly the kind of points the Pacers need right now. You don't want to take too many of those needless threes. You want to try and work. There's no need to change your game plan right now just because you went down a little bit. You want to get in the basket. No need to start chucking threes right now.
Worked around by the Hurricanes. Whitley with the ball. Gets it to Ulker. Ulker with a pass into the near corner. Higgs with plenty of time. Tries to get the three. Didn't go. Rebound and putback try. Also no good. Third effort. Didn't go. Dante Tatum able to draw the foul, however. And so he will go to the line. Castillo gets called for the foul, and it's Castillo's third foul of the afternoon.
Visiting Terry strike is number 23, Dante Tatum.
So Tatum at the line. And the first try is good, 47-44.
Substituting in for the Pacers, number 2, Terry Horn.
And Terry Horn back into the game for the Pacers as Castillo steps off. And 2 for 2 on the trip, 48-44. Pacers bringing it on the hands of Rowland. Rowland directs traffic. Wants Black to move for him. Hands it off to Hairston. Hairston moves in hard, passes off to McCoy. Terry Horn with the ball now, just bounces it in for Latraven Black. Black. Spin move, shot up over the basket and into the waiting hands of Devin Higgs. Back the other way. Tatum takes the shot and gets it to go in for 2. Rowland bringing it up. Rowland takes a side step, puts a shot up, and a long two-point basket for Gus Rowland. Tatum with a pass to Higgs as the Hurricanes are on the attack again. Higgs moves into the paint. Quick pass under the basket. Shot rejected and picked up. Loose ball. Hairston coming away with it.
Big play there from Latraven Black to get that rejection.
Hairston, awkward angle shot. I think he almost got stripped as he took the shot, but it goes in for 2 nonetheless, and it's going to be, if you put it onto the stat sheet, it's going to count as 2 points, however you get it.
It ain't got to be pretty. It's just got to go in.
Adderton with a bounce pass across for Whitley. Whitley into the paint, under the basket, gives it back to Adderton. Tatum working with the ball. Long shot for Whitley for 3. No good. Rebound in the air and picked up by Black. Pacers on the attack. Terry Horn hands it off. McCoy gives it to Gus Rowland. Rowland taking his time again. Waiting for things to set up. Moving into the basket, pulls back, passes it out to Hairston. Hairston has a little trouble with the pass. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hairston into the paint, and Hairston will draw the foul.
Fouls on number 2.
The Pacers will get a new 20-second shot clock as Devin Higgs gets called for the foul. But not before we go to the break with another timeout. 11:50 to go in regulation. The Hurricanes lead the Pacers 50-48. And we are back. 11:50 to go in the second half. Pacers find themselves down a pair, but they do have the ball with a new 20-second shot clock. Hairston gets around the defenders, tries to get a pass in for Rowland, but it's stolen away by Noah Lewis of the Hurricanes.
Trying to get a little fancy with that one.
Hurricanes working around just outside the arc. Shot from under the basket. Lewis couldn't get it to go, but he's bailed out by Jared Adderton with the putback.
Big follow up there by Adderton.
And now it really seems like the Hurricanes are in full command of the momentum of this game.
They've just got an answer for everything the Pacers managed to put together. The Pacers got to get some defense going on the other end.
Now Hairston able to draw a foul as he drove in near the basket.
That's a second.
And Kalen Whitney gets called for the foul on the play. Darius Bell back into the game. Castillo also out there for USC Aiken. They try to shake things up a little bit, maybe get some momentum back on their side. Out for Horn in the near corner, drives into the basket. Horn with a shot around the rim, out and back in for two.
This is a big possession here. The Pacers got to get some defense going. Get back on the other end, tie this thing up.
Ball rolls back into play, and now the clock will start up again as Whitley picks it up. Adderton passes it off to Ulker. Ulker watched by Rowland. Gives it to Higgs. Back to Adderton. Whitley again. Adderton spins around. Can't find a way through the defense, so he'll pass it on off again to Whitley. Ulker gets the ball again with 6 seconds on the shot clock, driving in slowly to the paint, puts his shot up, and it would not go as Castillo comes down with it.
Great defensive effort there from the Pacers.
And the shot rejected off of the hands of Hairston. It looked like he had plenty of room, but then the defenders came back in a fury to get to that ball. Hairston inbounds it as Castillo picks it up. Castillo spins around, takes his shot, and that one no good. Rebounds picked up by the Hurricanes. Bell almost got a hand on it, but he stumbled out of bounds just too late. Cross to Higgs, and a travel call on Devin Higgs will give the Pacers the ball with just over 10 to go. Rowland picks up the inbound pass and moves it in. Rowland with a handoff to Horn. Now Hairston takes over. Darius Bell with it now. Back to Horn. Castillo looking for three. And Yuri Castillo drains the three, and the Pacers find themselves back out in front.
Great job offensively there, taking that wide open shot for Castillo, knocking it down.
Hurricanes back on the attack. Higgs fakes a three, goes for a long two instead, and it did not go, and the rebound is picked up by the Pacers. Rowland drives in quickly, pulls up, takes his shot, and Rowland puts it in for two, and that's going to draw a timeout from the Hurricanes as the Pacers have found their footing once again. They've retaken the lead 55-52 with 9:18 to go. And Jordan, what's the difference right now? All of a sudden, it just flipped right back to the Pacers.
So really what it just takes is it just takes one thing to spark you off, right? Like you just have to get back in it and you have to refocus yourself. I think the Pacers lost their focus for a little while there, and it kind of got to a point where anytime they had something, the Hurricanes were able to answer it back. So really what they had to do was they had to find their footing on defense. They've been scoring at a pretty effective clip, but here in the second half, they've kind of lost focus on defense. That big long swing there where the Hurricanes were forced to take that last second shot, I think that really got the Pacers back into the space where they could realize that they can take control of things on the defensive side of the ball, and that's really where this is going to end up being won.
And it also looks like they kind of reset their internal clocks. If you looked at them, even though they were getting down and they were scoring, a lot of it was lucky plays. I mean, in the case of Hairston, he gets the ball stripped, but the ball still goes into the basket. Now it looks like their bodies are almost back in sync with everything else around them. So with any luck, that'll continue on. And even with the timeout, they should be feeling pretty good about this.
Right, they've got all the momentum behind them right now. That huge three-pointer there from Castillo I mean, that's about as big of a play as you can expect, especially from Castillo. He's not really an effective three-point shooter. He shoots a lot. Coming into today's game, he was only a 29% three-point shooter. But, I mean, he's hit 2 big three-point shots here tonight so far. And, I mean, that's the difference in this game right now.
And both teams come back out from their corners. We'll get right back to it. Again, 9:18 to go in the second half. And the Pacers holding on again to a lead, this time 3 points. And Olker will inbound it, and Whitley will let it roll for a little bit before picking it up. Cross half court, no pressure from the Pacers. You can take this time. Finally, the clock starts. Hairston applying the pressure on Whitley. Good spin move there, gets it out to Olker. Back over for Adderton. It's taken over by Tatum. Tatum gets the ball stripped. Rowland gets it up to Hairston. Hairston checks his back, puts the layup up and in for 2.
And that's why you don't want to run that press defense. You know, that's a risk that you're taking there because it opens things up on the backside across the half-court line. Pacers stayed back, they got in their zone, and they let the ball come to them.
And I liked what Hairston did there. Instead of going and trying to make a flashy play as it's stolen away again, Pacers taking it again. Rowland loses his balance and ends up falling down, but going back to the previous steal and score, Hairston checked over his shoulder to make sure he wasn't going to have somebody come in and just slam the ball out of his hand as he tried to dunk it in.
Because had he not done that, he was in a position to get that shot rejected. So like you said, it's important to sometimes, you know, like we said earlier, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to go in.
I mean, sure, if you make a nice slam on that moment, the momentum all of a sudden is really going on your side. Your team gets pumped and everything like that, but the vice versa can happen as a blocking foul is called on Gus Rowland as he topples to the ground.
Early on, the Pacers were doing a good job of getting their feet set. Not so lately as past that halfway mark of the first half.
And so the Hurricanes will keep the ball. Trailing now by 5 with a 26-second shot clock, almost a full shot clock to work with. Long inbound pass. Whitley takes it, and another foul called on Rowland, and that is going to draw some words from the Pacer crowd, the Pacer team, the Pacer bench, and the Pacer coach.
Yeah, it was an interesting call there. I'm not really sure what the official was seeing, but that's going to pull Rowland off the court.
Tyler Johnson will take his place. Olker with a pass over to Whitley. Now it's Adderton who gives it right back. Whitley dancing around a little bit. Adderton takes over, gives it right back again. Adderton tries for 3 with a screen, and Adderton drains a three-pointer. Bring this one within 2.
Nice shot there from Adderton with a hand in his face.
Hairston on the move. Castillo takes it. Plenty of time looking for 3. That one off the mark. Darius Bell picks up the rebound, gets it to go, and draws the foul.
What better way to finish that play there? You get the missed three-point attempt from Castillo, but Darius Bell down low, gets his rebound, follows his shot, finishes strong, gets the contact, and he's got the three-point play opportunity.
And before we go to the line for the three-point play, a full media timeout. 59-55, Pacers on top with a little under 8 to go. Media timeout concludes. The game resumes. The Pacers hold a 4-point lead, pending the 3-point play attempt from Darius Bell. Bell at the line. Shot is up. And no good. Rebound picked up by the Hurricanes, but a jump ball call as Bell came in there. And the Pacers will take over, so heads up job there by Darius Bell. May not show on the stat sheet, but that's definitely a big play.
Right, I mean, that kind of play is huge, and that's what you can expect from Darius Bell. He's not a guy who's going to light the stat sheet up, but he makes plays when you need it, and every team needs that guy.
Pacers inbound it to Johnson. Long pass out for Hairston as he tries to let the offense set up. Bell actually directs traffic, takes the pass, pulls back, looking for an opening, gives it to Horn. Horn in towards the basket, draws the foul, and the Pacers take over, and Horn went head first over towards that basket, but thankfully he missed it. Pacers will inbound it again with a 20-second shot clock. Hairston with the ball, gives it to Horn. Castillo takes over the pass, drives into the basket. A bit too much on the shot, but the rebound picked up by Johnson. Hairston's pass intercepted by the Hurricanes, brought on in and flushed on down by Devin Higgs. The Pacers take over again. Lead is 2 now for the Pacers. Hairston moving it up. Gives it into Horn. Horn looking for a long 3 and almost got it, but the rebound is picked up by Adderton.
And that's exactly the kind of shot the Pacers want to avoid right now.
Nice little move there by Whitley as he drives into the basket and scores to tie this one up at 59 apiece.
Yeah, you're not running a play there. You're just kind of chucking a 3, and it's contested as well. I mean, it's just not a good shot to take right now.
And a call a timeout here from the Pacer bench. 6:33 to go. We'll take a very short break and be right back in a moment. Back to it, 6.5 to go. Pacers with the ball, all tied at 59. Hairston's pass batted down and intercepted. Hurricanes bring it down to the other side, and Hairston will be forced to foul to try to stop any more damage.
Another pass there, just, man, you typically want to avoid that kind of pass there. I mean, he had a read on that pass the entire time there. He was right in between the target.
So Hairston will step off, as will Terry Horn. Rowland and McCoy will come onto the court for USC Aiken now. Hurricanes back on the attack now, looking to retake the lead. Passes in for Tatum. He gets into the basket, puts the shot up amongst the crowd, and gets it to go for 2. Rowland with the ball, gives it to Castillo. Rowland again taking over. Rowland for Johnson. Now Traven Black taking it. Long pass across the court to McCoy. Johnson again with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Moves in, pulls back, takes an awkward shot on it, and the Hurricanes take over before the shot clock violation. Quickly down to the other end is Tatum. Back on out for Whitley. Whitley for three, and that one wouldn't go. Tyler Johnson coming up with the rebound. Johnson will hold up for a moment, let the team get back on their side. Now Rowland takes it. Rowland surveys the defense, moves in, gives it to Johnson. Johnson for three from the near corner, and that one just barely missed it. But a foul called on the rebound attempt. I think McCoy will get a couple of shots here.
Fouls on number 2, Devin Higgs. That's his fourth. It's the team's 7th.
Devin Higgs getting called for the foul. His fourth of the day, so in some foul trouble now. McCoy will go to the line for 1 and 1.
That's a big effort there from McCoy to get that rebound. That was a tough rebound, and the Pacers really needed that right there.
First try by McCoy is no good. Rebound tipped, and Black comes up with it. Out for Johnson. Johnson for three, and Johnson gets it for three.
Wide open look there for Johnson. That's the kind of shot you want in that situation.
Oh, the Pacers missed the free throw opportunity, but come away with 3 points regardless. That's a good trade-off in my opinion. Long hard pass out. Hurricanes driving into the basket. Foul called, charging foul called. Black able to set his feet as Dante Tatum came in hard.
Foul is on number 23, Dante Tatum. That's his third. It's the team's 8th.
Pacers take over again. It's a 1-point game. Pacers just barely out in front. Rolling with the ball as he brings it up. 4:40 to go in the half. Johnson takes it at the far corner. Johnson gets the ball stripped, but a foul called on the play. We'll see who gets called for the foul. And Adderton getting called for the foul. Only his second of the night so far.
At the line for 1 and 1.
But Tyler Johnson will go to the line for 1 and a bonus. Chance to add to the lead a little bit here. Give the Pacers a little bit of breathing room, if not much. And Johnson's shot is short, and the rebound scooped up by Tatum. Tatum bringing it up.
Pacers starting to struggle from the line a little bit here in this half.
Pacers shooting 50% from the charity stripe right now. You want that to be a little bit higher. Whitley with the ball as he's watched closely by Rowland. Gets a bit of a screen, but he runs into Johnson. Driving into the basket, foul called just before the shot. No, he got it on the shot, so the basket is good. And Whitley will go to the line for the three-point play.
It's the team's 7th. A visit to the charity stripe for Caleb Whitley, 1 and 1.
Oh, no, never mind. He did not get the shot off, so it will just be a 1 and 1 attempt at the line. Thought I saw the officials give the good basket sign, but it may have been one saying yes, one saying no, and one overruled the other. And the first shot is good, so we're all tied up at 62. Johnson stepping off and Hairston coming back on for the Pacers. And 2 for 2. Hurricanes retake the lead. Rowland and Castillo bringing up. Rowland driving in hard, loses the ball, picks it back up again. Looking for a man to give it to, gives it to Black. Long pass on out to Castillo, who gives it right to Hairston. Hard pass by Hairston, ends up out of bounds. And with that break, we go to the final media timeout of regulation. 3:50 to go. It's Georgia Southwestern leading 63-62. And so the media timeout comes to an end. We'll get right back to it. Hurricanes with the ball out of the break, leading the Pacers by 1. Long wait time here, as it looks like the officials need to confirm something with the official scorebook. And they'll get the green light to resume play now. Hurricanes move it up on the hands of Whitley. Whitley gets a bit of a screen. Pass on over for Higgs. Higgs with a bounce pass to Adderton. Three-point try here is no good as Hairston comes down with the rebound. Hairston getting a lot of pressure. Still holding on to the ball. Gives it over to Castillo. Castillo back to Hairston now. Hairston slips and falls, and it's stolen away by the Hurricanes as Higgs brings it on down. And a foul called here, going to be on LaTraven Black, as he did everything he could to keep Higgs from scoring on that play. Higgs at the line, 1-1 coming up. And the shot by Higgs is no good. Rowland able to come away with the rebound. Rowland charging in hard. Loses the ball, picks it right back up again. Moving into the paint, puts a shot up. That one just short. Rebound battled for, but stolen away by Higgs. Higgs moving in hard towards the basket, passes it on off. Pacer defense comes back around, shot up, putback is in. Noah Lewis tapping it down for 2. Pacers working around outside the arc. Rowland taking it. Rowland looking to get around the defense. Pass to Castillo. Pass in for Black. Black puts a shot up, and Black gets it to go for 2.
Great passing there by the Pacers, getting that ball inside.
Hurricanes move it up. Whitley directs traffic as we approach the 2-minute warning of this regulation period. Adderton, another pass on off. Holding it is Tatum. Tatum back to Adderton. Adderton just gives it to Higgs now. Higgs. Cross for Whitley. Whitley thinks about 3, sidesteps, takes his shot. That one no good. Rebound picked up by Georgia Southwestern. Tatum driving into the paint. Long pass on out, but a timeout called by the Hurricane bench. With a $1:45 to go and 16 seconds on the shot clock, a full timeout. We will take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds. One minute and 45 seconds to go in regulation. Hurricanes with a 1-point lead on the Pacers. As they will inbound the ball out of the break. Whitley gets about to the far corner. Back to Whitley again. Whitley moving in. And a charging foul called on Whitley as Black got in his way. The Pacers take over with $1:33 to go.
Huge play there by Black.
Second time he's been able to get in the way and draw a charging foul.
That's what it's all about. You just got to get in the way, get those feet set, draw the foul, get the ball back.
Quick inbound pass to Rowland. Now Rowland will bring it up. Rowland getting a bit of a screen, moving in, kicks it back out to Black, over to Castillo. Johnson from the far corner for three. Tyler Johnson for the three-point basket.
Huge shot to put the Pacers up by 2 now.
Back on in. Hurricanes quickly back on the attack. Shot up and shot in by Dante Tatum. Ties it up again. A minute to go in regulation. All tied at 67. Rowland. Checked by 2. Looking for an opening. Can't find it. Passes it off to Castillo. Castillo now looking around. Gives it to Tyler Johnson. Johnson moving into the basket and draws the foul. No, they're going to call a charging foul on Tyler Johnson instead. And so the Hurricanes take over. Fourth foul for Tyler Johnson. Hurricanes take over with 42.2 to go in the game. Whitley with the ball. Whitley moves in. Whitley with the shot. Blocked by the Pacers. Great defense by USC Aiken as Rowland takes over. 30 seconds to go.
Huge defensive play there.
And a timeout taken by Coach Mark Vanderslice. 28.3 seconds to go in regulation. 24 seconds altogether on the shot clock, I should say. But Jordan, what are you telling this team if you are Coach Vanderslice?
It's very simple. You want to hold the ball here. You don't want to take you do not want to take a quick shot. You want to hold the ball. You want to get that shot clock down as low as you possibly can, and you want to get a high percentage look. You're up. You're tied right now. You don't need a three-point shot here unless you are absolutely wide open on an island by yourself. You're trying to get that high percentage look inside, or you're trying to draw contact and go to the line.
Pacers will look to do that. Georgia Southwestern is going to have to play some stout D, and you may even see them play some aggressive defense too, which would lead to taking the shots from the charity stripe. Which you'd almost rather if you're Georgia Southwestern, you'd almost rather them try that because there's always a chance they only get one, and then it's a 2-point basket to win.
And absolutely, and what you want to do if you're Georgia Southwestern is you want to force a quick shot, or you want to force them to the line with time left because you have to get the ball back here.
It's a game of chess between these two coaches, and we'll see which one has made the right move. Castillo to inbound. Hairston takes the ball, and he's doing just that, eating up the shot clock, eating up the regular clock. Hairston surveying the field. Now he will move with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hairston loses the ball, picks it back up, loses it again, and the Hurricanes take it away. 3 seconds in regulation. Buzzer beater shot is no good, and we are going to overtime. All tied at 67 apiece. Both squads couldn't get it done in regulation. But we're going to take a short break and be right back with the first overtime period in just a minute. Now, 40 minutes was not enough to settle this one. We'll go to overtime, a 5-minute period. Both teams are tied at 67 apiece. They'll go to for the tip-off, and the Pacers win it. Rowland with the ball will bring it up. Rowland moving into the paint. Stops, puts it back to Castillo. Now Castillo dances around, gives it right back to Rowland. Rowland getting through the defense, puts a shot up and puts it in for two.
Beautiful job by Rowland there, just slicing through the defense.
Hurricanes turn to answer back now as Tatum moves with the ball. Tatum gets the ball poked away and Rowland comes away with it. Rowland moving in, shot up, no good, but he draws the foul instead. And we've got a man down for the Hurricanes and for the Pacers, although Hairston getting up a little bit. And we're going to take a short break while they attend to the down player. Devin Higgs was the man shaken up on the play for the Hurricanes.
At the line shooting two will be Gus Rowland.
So Rowland will go to the line to shoot two as a foul occurred on the other side of the court from the injury. First try by Rowland is good. Pacers have a 3-point lead. Second try is also good, and the lead 71-67. After about 30-some seconds in this overtime period. Tatum passes it off to Adderton. Whitley takes over again. Gives it to Tatum. Tatum trying to drive into the basket, puts a shot up, and puts it in for two. Pacers move the ball up. Rowland calling for Castillo, gives it to Castillo. Now it's McCoy who gives it back to Rowland, who gives it right back to him. McCoy to Rowland. Rowland gets a screen from Castillo into the basket. Shot is up and a blocking foul called. And Rowland is going to go back to the line for two.
Rowland coming alive here in this overtime period.
He's almost like a brand new game for him. He's like completely different.
He has, yeah. He had that nice slashing two to get the Pacers ahead. The 2 free throws and now 2 more.
And the first one is good, 72-69.
He's on fire right now, 5 points in this overtime period.
And the second one is good, almost mirror images of his earlier free throws. The Pacers 73-69, a 4-point lead to work with. Whitley, watched closely by Johnson, gives it off to Halker, who passes it over to Adderton. Adderton pulls back, puts a shot up, and that's no good, but a foul called, and I think Rowland is going to get called for the foul. Well, his 5th foul, so Gus Rowland's night is over with, but he was able to make an impact here in this overtime period.
Yeah, he definitely made his presence felt in this overtime period. 6 quick points, and Pacers ahead by 4 right now.
Adderton will go to the line for a pair of tosses. And the first one, no good. Score stays the same. Second try from Adderton is good this time, so it's a 3-point game. And the Hurricanes call a timeout. It's a full timeout. 3:22 to go in the overtime period. Pacers up by 3, 73-70. And both teams coming back from their benches. We'll get right back to the basketball action now with Pacers up by 3 with 3:22 to go in the overtime. Castillo will inbound it for the Pacers as he finds Hairston. Hairston back to Castillo. Full court press here by the Hurricanes. They pull back just a little bit, but that pass way over everybody's head as Hairston tried to get it to McCoy. That's been one of the problems with Hairston today. It seems his passing has just been a little bit off the mark in some cases. And I think Georgia Southwestern has had a lot to do that with that full court press that they've been doing.
That press puts a lot of pressure on you, and you're trying to get that overhead pass, and you're trying to get over the top of the defense, cut their heads off, but...
Driving in is Adderton, and Adderton's shot doesn't go, but he draws the foul on the play. We'll see who's getting called.
Number 30 of the Pacers, Jonathan Hairston. That's his fourth.
And Hairston's fourth foul of the evening on the play. Going to the line to shoot now. I believe it's going to be Adderton. Shot from Adderton is good, 73-71. Second try is also good, and it's a one-point game. Hairston will go to inbound it, gets it to Castillo, who gives it right back. Spin move by Hairston, good pass to McCoy. McCoy drives in, and Black takes over. Back on out to Castillo. Black with the ball, tries to make a move, tries to make a second move, ends up passing it on off. McCoy tries for the hook shot, just barely missed it. And the Hurricanes back on the offensive. Worked around in the zone by the Hurricanes. Whitley. Gives it off to Adderton. Adderton trying to get through. Hands it over to Tatum. Back to Adderton. Adderton for two. And no good. A foul is called, and I think that's going to be against Hairston. And that is Hairston's fifth foul of the game. That's going to be a hefty loss, losing both Hairston and Rowland in foul trouble. So it looks like the Pacers are going to send out Jacoby Pearson to take over, with Hairston fouling out of the game. Adderton at the line now. Chance to tie and take the lead on the ensuing tosses. And the game is tied at 73 with that throw. And 2 for 2 on the trip. The Hurricanes retake the lead by 1, 74-73.
That press is just suffocating the Pacers right now. They can't seem to break it.
Brought up by McCoy. Pass wide of everybody, and the Hurricanes again taking over on an errant pass.
Mental lapses by the Pacers are killing them right now. They're they're trying to make something happen against that press defense. I mean, it's a tough ask, and their passes are just not falling right now.
So the Hurricanes will bring it up once again. Whitley passes it off. Adderton gives it to Olker. Arcing pass to Lewis. Whitley again with the ball. Gets around Pearson. Gives it off to Adderton. Adderton dancing around with it. Whitley thinks about 3, but he holds. Moves into the paint. Passes it off. Adderton puts the layup up and in for 2. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Pacers trail by 3. Pearson with the ball. Looks for an open man. Gives it to Black. Black into the paint and a traveling call. And that has got to hurt the Pacers there on a traveling call. Another turnover. This one an unforced turnover. And the Hurricanes, with 1:19 to go, will have the ball with a 3-point lead.
The Pacers just absolutely cannot afford to give up any points right here. They have to lock down right now.
Whitley taking his time as he brings it up court. Tatum with the ball again. Tatum moves around, hands it off, shot up, no good. Castillo takes it away with 1 minute to go. Pearson bringing it up. Pearson to Castillo. Castillo looking for 3, and Castillo hits the 3-point basket.
That is a huge play for the Pacers.
Hurricanes with the ball, 42 seconds to go in the first overtime period. Tatum tries to get around the defense. He's double-teamed, gives it off to Adderton. Adderton to Olker. Olker all the way across for Whitley. Whitley driving in hard towards the basket, kicks it out. Adderton for 3, and Adderton gets the 3-point basket. And a call of timeout here as the Pacers need to take a moment to strategize. It's 79-76. 23.7 seconds to go in the overtime period. Pacers looking to tie this one up and hopefully force a second overtime. We'll be back in just a moment. So we are back. The 30-second timeout is over with. Pacers have the ball, but they are down by 3 with only a bit of change to go in the game. 20 seconds left in the first overtime period. Johnson over to Horn. Horn gives it into Black. Black out for Johnson again. Johnson driving in, back out for Castillo. Castillo, awkward angle 3, no good. And the Hurricanes take over. But stepping out of bounds just as he got the rebound was Jarrett Adderton.
Grabbed the rebound, landed out of bounds. He just carried too much momentum going forward. That's going to leave about 5 seconds on the clock for the Pacers right now.
Another timeout coming up, but the Pacers, not a whole lot of time, but you can get a three-pointer in 5.3 seconds. And then the Hurricanes defense finds themselves in a good position here. They can just lock down the arc and let the Pacers go in if they want to drive without having to worry about fouling them out.
I mean, it puts you in a good position if you're the Hurricanes, but right now you got to get the ball in the hands of your best three-point shooter and just see what happens if you're the Pacers, which
Pacers have managed to make 10 of 28 from the three-point line. Good for 35.7% from beyond the arc. We'll see if they can improve that percentage a little bit in the final moments of the game.
Well, of the players available, the best three-point shooter they're going to have right now is Tyler Johnson. So I'd look for either him or Yuri Castillo, who's been hot tonight, to take this final shot. It's going to be one of those two, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Castillo tried just a few moments ago, but he had such a bad angle on it, and he still got it close to the basket. So we will see what the game plan is as the Pacers come out from the corner. Hurricanes have been out there waiting on the court patiently. 5 3/10 of a second on the clock. Castillo and Johnson both set up in the near and far corners. DeMontes Oliver in the game, sitting at the top of the arc. They shift positions. Johnson looks for three. That one just short. 2 seconds to go. Back on out. Castillo at the buzzer, and he just couldn't get it to go to the basket. As the Hurricanes take this one in overtime, 79-76. The Pacers drop their third game in a row, falling to 6-5 on the season and a 5-4 mark in Peach Belt play. The Hurricanes improved to 7-3 overall with a 5-3 mark in the Peach Belt Conference. We'll give it a moment. Be back in just about a second with the final stats to give you the statistical leaders for both squads. And just as I finished saying that, the stats have been finalized. Leading the pack for the Hurricanes, Tatum with 23 points on the day. And no double-doubles altogether looking at the score sheet, but you had four players in double digits in scoring for Georgia Southwestern, as Whitley followed behind Tatum with 16 points, and Adderton and Lewis right behind him with 15 apiece.
Yeah, and of course for the Pacers, there was a two-way tie there with 14 points apiece on Yuri Castillo and Tyler Johnson right behind them. You had Hairston and McCoy, 12 and 11 respectively for them. And rebounding-wise, it was a by and away on Yuri Castillo with the most there. He had 11, so it's a double-double for on Yuri Castillo tonight. Nobody else for the Pacers in double digits for rebounds, but close enough behind him was LaTravian Black with 5 points, a far cry from the 20 he had the other night, but still an impressive performance for him this evening.
And unfortunately, the Pacers do drop this contest, and they will be back in action, though, for a chance to avenge this loss on Monday. Although that is still a little up in the air. We're still trying to figure it out. It was a last-second addition as the UNC Pembroke Braves come to town to do battle with the USC Aiken Pacers. But until that time, I'm Marcus Johnson, and for Jordan Phillips, thank you for joining us. Be sure to head on over to Pacersports.com for all of your stats from this game and past games all throughout USC Aiken history. And please remember to have a good one.